Hey, what's up, Diamonds? It's your boy Christopher Doc Reed, your favorite relationship and life coach, out here one more again, telling you what your father didn't tell you and your mother did not know. Have you ever said to yourself, I'm not really sure if this guy really likes me? Okay, maybe you spend a lot of time together, but he doesn't seem to just express how he cares about you, or if he loves you in the way that you want to hear it, or that resonates with you. You may show him how much you care, you know, often by either telling him, doing things for him, doing things with him, giving him gifts, whatever. And your hope is that he will respond possibly in the same way. But if it doesn't happen, now you get frustrated because you're like, why does he want to spend all this time with me? But at the same time, I can't really tell if he's into me or not. Like, not really. So you must understand, ladies, that being vulnerable for a man is difficult at best. Not that we can't do it, but it's challenging. It's like you spend your whole life as a man walking around in this protective armor. Okay, and it like I said, it protects you, and it almost gives you these superpowers. Makes you feel safe, makes you feel strong, and all this. And now that you're in a relationship, you feel someone is asking you to take off your armor. That's how it feels. Okay, it's not to say that you're saying, hey, I want you to be weak and all this, but like I said, that's how it feels. So that's why men, we have to be vulnerable in stages. See, most men normally always start off how? By like doing things for you. Okay, he may fix something for you, around the house. If he come over and see this, hey, let me get my tools and I'm gonna tweak that for you. He may give you some advice on something, from his area of expertise. It's very practical in how we do it in the beginning. Scripture even says that God so loved the world, he gave. All right, so when we do give and we do these things, it is an expression oftentimes of how much we care. And this is our default because we as men, oftentimes we associate our value with what we do. So if we're doing for you, we feel like we are giving you something of value. But it's kind of like, being in school, right? So in school, you start out doing what? You start out doing adding and subtraction, which it's important, but it's easier, right? It's not like the more advanced disciplines. And then we get into a little bit of algebra, okay, which is a little bit more challenging, requires a little bit more time and focus. And then we get into like calculus, trigonometry, etc. That's a whole nother level of the game, different level of commitment. So when we first meet, and you're asking him to be vulnerable, or you're asking us to be vulnerable, and he hasn't mastered addition and subtraction, okay, he is going to feel stressed, a little pressured, okay? It's going to feel awkward. And then what you get in return, you're like, I don't understand why it's so difficult, because for you, you're like, it ain't that deep, okay? Now, let me say this. On the other side of the equation, the bruh can't be in basic math for 5 years. I mean, if you're in year 3 and you asking, well, what's 2 plus 3? And he like, well, oh, wow, man, let me see. You got 2 and you got 3. Okay, you put them together. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. He's still counting on his fingers. We got a problem. We got a real problem. Okay, so the next phase for a guy, I will say this, is he needs to be able to express it to you verbally. He needs to be telling you how much he cares for you, and, even to the point of saying, hey, I love you. Okay. All right. This is reasonable. And then we also, we're going to get into the advanced stages of the relationship as a whole, which means engagement and then subsequently marriage. Because, hey, marriage is definitely trigonometry. And what I mean by that is not that it's complicated, but it's a deeper level of commitment. Okay. But it makes sense when you have completed your prerequisites. And just to give you a practical timeline, if we love you, it's reasonable for us to marry you within like 2 years. And when I say 2 years, I'm talking about from the time we meet you to being married. Now, some people are like, whoa, 2 years. Oh my God. I'm saying it's reasonable. Okay. So you would have do 5 years, 7 years. He ain't talking about engagement. He ain't talking about nothing. You wasting your time. Unless y'all just on the same page and that's you about that life too. And that's cool if that's what you own. But I'm just trying to tell you, it don't take all that. So you can take that for what it's worth. So let me ask you this, has it been hard for you, do you feel, to read a man's vulnerability? Have you been frustrated, feeling like you're stuck at these beginning stages, these fundamental stages of the relationship? And have you found yourself doing all the giving, hoping he'll follow your lead? If this is the case, you know what to do. Go to my website, christopherreed.org, schedule your free 30-minute consultation so I can tell you how coaching can help you recognize all the stages as they occur. All right. So to pump it or dump it. All right. Also join me every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In my closed Facebook group, The Diamond Mind. Recently, we just talked about making peace with the pain of your past. For a lot of you, your past has created so many problems for you. And then subsequently, you have brought that pain into your present, and that has really dampened and darkened your future. Okay. This is a kiss of death when it comes to relationships, because scripture says, call those things that be not as though they were. That is a point of faith that you're creating a brighter future for you. But if the pain is clouding it, you just can't seem to get there. So we talked about ways to keep that past in the past and let it go and heal. Also, get my series, Why He Married Her Instead of You. You can get that at the website as well, where you do get to hear men expose themselves and talk about, like we've been saying today, what it's like to be vulnerable, what it took for them to flip the lever and go to the next level of vulnerability for the particular woman in their life. So you can go, like I said, to my website and get that as well. So, hey, listen, I'm out of here. God bless you. Peace.